From the United Spirit Arena here in Lubbock at Southeastern Louisiana and Texas Tech Red Raider basketball. Pat Knight's Red Raiders are 4-0, trying to get to 5-0. Dave, Southeastern Louisiana only one win out of 3 tries for them, but a challenging opponent tonight. Let's look at the starting lineups for the Red Raiders and the Lions here in Lubbock this evening. For Southeastern Louisiana, it's Cyprian, Fortenberry, Sullivan, Spann, and Green. Numbers 2 and 3 are the scorers to watch for the Red Raiders. Alan Bosco, John Robertson, Nick O'Corey, Trevor Cook, and DeWaylen Roberts. All of that on offense for the first time. Red Raiders waiting. That's a 2-3 zone on the Red Raider end.
Yeah, Pat said he wanted to mix that in all season long, and I'm not surprised to see him start with it, especially considering the fact that they're going to be knocking down quite a few threes if Green gets hot.
Kevin Green, the guy to watch. He's up here on the top, guarded by Nick O'Corey, just denying him the basketball, and already the shot clock down to 5-4. There's a long three-pointer on the way, and it's good. Cyprian knocks that down. Louisiana to narrow the gap some, and they do.
That bucket by Voskel, John, kind of a rarity. Allen making his living behind the three-point line. I believe only a 6th two-point field goal of the season.
You know, this Southeastern Louisiana team opened their season on the road at Arkansas, where they led the Hogs much of the way and then wound up losing the game in overtime. But they are no strangers to really tough competition. Still to come this year for them. They'll play at Minnesota, at Auburn, and at LSU. So they'll go after some of the big names. Season showed Pat Knight something, and he has been a regular in the starting lineup this year. In fact, has started every game for the Red Raiders. Robertson can't get the runner in the lane to go, and here comes Cyprian back for Southeastern Louisiana, and he runs over a Red Raider in the lane, but I'm afraid Nick O'Corey may have picked up foul number 2.
Quick second foul for him. It looked like he had position, but obviously not.
To play Chris Cyprian for Southeastern Louisiana at the line. There are some new faces in the game now. Nick O'Corey is out with those 2 quick fouls.
And Darko Chodorovich making his first appearance of the contest. Be interesting to see how they try to work him into the offense. He's obviously kind of been a slow start for his first season here with the Red Raiders.
A lot of hope for Darko as this season goes along. Tyree Graham also in the ball game, and here's Darko very early in the lane with the ball, but can't get the shot. DeWaylen Roberts got it from Darko, but too much time in the paint for Darko.
Yeah, camping in the lane a little bit there early on.
Darko out of Serbia, played at Seward County Community College up in Kansas before signing with the Red Raiders, and a really enthusiastic, energetic 6'9" guy inside. Just hasn't quite made the adjustment that you know he will as this season goes along and he gets more playing time at this level.
No, but you mentioned the excitable, and that's something that Pat Knight likes to see, especially in practice, or something that seemed like it was missing last year.
Long three doesn't go, kind of banged around for a moment, and Robert Tibbs got it back for Southeastern Louisiana into the hands of Patrick Sullivan, the big kid, 6'9", inside, left-handed. Eastern Louisiana works in the front court, more faces into the ball game. For the Lions, Jeremy Dunbar, number 22, has come in. Jim Yarborough on the bench there for Southeastern. Man, what a great job he has done in 4+ years.
That's right. You mentioned it earlier. As the Lions get the easy inbound bucket by Patrick Sullivan. Take the 14-12 lead here at 13:20 mark.
Darko at the elbow, can't get the shot to go. Coming down towards 13 minutes remaining in the first half of the ball game. Southeastern leading by a bucket over the Red Raiders.
Pat mentioned it, probably their toughest opponent, and by far, you would have to agree with him at this point.
Well, you know, they've lost to Arkansas in an overtime game. They have beaten Miles College and then lost to Lipscomb College the last time out, but pretty good program there. And now the offensive foul by Sullivan. Made a nice play a moment ago.
Battle right there as Sullivan picks up his second foul.
I tell you what, Pat Knight might be in agreement on that. Plenty of fouls called here in the early going. Already 10 in the ball game, and we're not even 10 minutes in. That's 10 total between the Red Raiders and Southeastern Louisiana. Tyree Graham had the right idea, but threw it over Alan Bosco's head. Sure. Boy, nice look by Robertson inside, but just great hustle by Worrell Spann to get down and take that ball right out of the hands of Darko Chodorovich. That's Fortenberry weaving his way through the Red Raiders, and nobody blocking out. That's something. Minutes to go here before halftime. That 9-0 run has put the Red Raiders up by 7. 22 on the shot clock. Spann got around Chodorovich for a moment, dropped the ball off to Chris Cyprian. Oh, he found a teammate in the lane wide open. That's David Dumba inside. Dumba came in for Pat.
Benson got the easy two.
Boy, and the assist from Robertson, averaging a 6.5 assist a ball game. Boy, and that's a nice way to finish one off. Get that ball to Dwaylen Robertson, let him slam it home. Red Raiders by 9. Here's Spann. Boy, double team very quickly. Darko got there to help out on Trevor Cook, and Trevor Cook can really jump. Nowhere for Fortenberry to shoot. Wound up with it again in the corner, and Fortenberry buries a 3.
Don't know how much more you can do on that. Darko out of hand. He was falling back, and he still knocks down the 3.
Well, and that's a true freshman in Fortenberry. Keep the basketball. And boy, they work the inbounds play almost to perfection, but the ball rolling off the rim, and we're back on the offensive end for Southeastern. Kevin Green, fadeaway jumper, good. That is the guy you got to watch out for. Kevin Green averaging 22 points a ball game for Southeastern. Brings the Lions within 5, and now Robertson's pass to Nick Okori taken away by Fortenberry, and very quickly, 4-point run for Southeastern. Got Pat Knight up off the bench.
Yeah, wants him to take a little bit better care of the basketball, obviously, there.
Well, we've talked about how athletic the Red Raiders are, and certainly Southeastern can claim a little bit of that athletic ability as well. Trevor Cook's spinning jumper doesn't go, and very quickly Fortenberry's got the ball back in the front court for Southeastern. Cyprian, they're going to work it around to Kevin Green, and boy, he takes an NBA range 3-pointer. It's not good, and Trevor Cook on the boards.
A quick board and outlet to Robertson.
Boy, and I like the play of Nick Okori right there. Could have gone ahead and dribbled on down, but he noticed that Voskuhl got a nice look across court to his teammate, got it to Allen, and now Allen trying to save that ball underneath there, and Dwaylen Roberts couldn't quite find the handle, and now Trevor Cook again off the inbounds play can't get the shot to fall, and a chance for Southeastern to narrow the gap even more. And that's Warrell Spann, who is back in the ball game with the follow-up on the offensive end.
This pace obviously doesn't look like it's suiting the Red Raiders at the moment. The Lions kind of seizing momentum right now.
Well, it'll have a chance to extend a 6-0 run that has brought them within 1 after Voskuhl misses, but they're not going to get that opportunity just yet. That pass out front.
At the 5-minute mark.
And 8 turnovers, a few too many for Pat Knight, a few too many for his liking here in the first half. Cyprian trying to work pretty much 1 on about 5 that time, and misses the shot. Red Raiders opportunity to stop a run by Southeastern. You know, they do like to run the basketball up and down the floor when they get the opportunity, but when they set it up in the front court, it becomes the motion offense that Bob Knight and now Pat Knight have used so effectively here at Texas Tech.
Yeah, the way that they've not so much struggled, but haven't been able to get buckets to fall the last few minutes. You wonder if Pat told them to try to slow it down a little bit and try to get an easy shot.
Well, and it's not that they haven't had good shots necessarily. They just haven't gone down, and there's Trevor Cook. And right at the shot clock. That's a rarity that the Red Raiders find themselves in a hurry with that shot clock running down. Is indeed a rarity. We are counting down towards 4 minutes here in the first half. Red Raiders by 1. Southeastern Louisiana trying to slow it down a bit on their end and set something up. Chris Cyprian, now Fortenberry out front, 3-pointer, good. Brandon Fortenberry, true freshman out of Picayune, Mississippi.
All right, here with head coach Pat Knight. Pat, you mentioned it before the game. This was going to be the toughest team you guys have faced this far in the season. You got us went on a 9-0 run, went up by 7 early, but they didn't go away.
No, they're not going to go away for the next half either. I mean, we started playing scared, shooting bad shots, missing layups, and then we had layups and we tried to overpass. I mean, if you're open, shoot the thing and get it in the hole. And we just got to quit playing scared and just get aggressive and go after it.
You mentioned being aggressive, maybe too aggressive at times. I believe 10 turnovers here in the first half, and that's something you want to see for a whole game.
Well, the turnovers aren't from being aggressive. It's from being non-aggressive. They're scared to shoot it, and we're overpassing. I mean, you're open, shoot the ball, and that's why I just told them at the timeout. I was like, if you're open, shoot it. Quit being scared. Quit making that extra pass because it's becoming a turnover.
Appreciate it, Pat.
Thanks.